Okay, I want to look at a few ways we can customize the Windows desktop. So we're going to start by right-clicking, click on Personalize, and you'll see it brings up some information about the background. And there's a few more settings hidden here. Our window started a little bit too small, so if you hover over the right-hand edge, see the double arrow appear, and I'm going to click and drag that out a little wider, and you see these other options will appear for us. The other way to get to these settings is to click on the Start menu and Settings right here, and when the settings pop up, we'll click on Personalization, and we get to the same screen that we had before. So one thing we can do to customize this, we're set to the picture right now. We have the Windows picture. We can pick a slideshow or a solid color. I'm going to go ahead and select solid color, and it defaulted to black, but I can change it to blue. If you're kind of reminiscent of some of the old Windows default background colors were solid blue, or you can pick whatever color you might like, okay, and set it that way to customize it. So I'm going to go ahead and change it back to picture. And now to look at some of the other places you can modify the colors, I'm going to click on the colors option here, and we can scroll down and change the accent color, which right now is blue. So if you can see right next to colors, that's blue, and if I click on my Start menu, a lot of these tiles have a background color of blue. I'm going to go ahead and change that to red. Okay, and you see immediately this changes. The little accent next to the colors that selected changes. Even if I highlight over the Start button, you see it's red. And if I click on the Start button, all the background of these tabs that were blue before for the accent color are now red. So you can play with that and pick some color you like. I'm going to go ahead and set it back to blue. And then I'm going to go down here and look at another set of options for themes. And we'll scroll down, and it says apply a Windows theme. So there's a few options here. There's some more you can download from online. I'm going to go ahead and change it to the Windows 10 theme, and that will automatically change some settings for me. And it picked an accent color out of the background, so notice my accent color changed based on my theme background. So let me minimize this. So we're going to get one of 5 pictures in this theme pop up for our background, and it changes our sounds and our cursor and a few other things like that when we apply a theme. So just a quick way to change lots of different settings, and you can find some of those online and download those, and so those can be fun. The other thing we want to look at is display settings. So we'll right click and click on display settings, and for display we can scroll down here and we can pick a different resolution for our screen. And since I'm recording this, I'm not going to change my display resolution, but I could change it to anything that this monitor would support. Also on systems that have multiple monitors, our settings might look like this, where we have multiple displays, and we can change the settings for the particular display by clicking on that particular display and then adjust the settings for that particular monitor accordingly. That's if we have a multi-monitor setup. On this particular system here, I don't. It's just one. And so that's just a couple of display settings and customizations you can do in Windows. I want to show one other feature in Windows 10 that's kind of interesting. If we have several windows open and we just want to focus on one, let's say Notepad here, I'm going to click the title bar and drag it back and forth, shaking it, and notice it minimized the other windows I had open. To get that back, I can click and drag again, back and forth, shaking, and it brings those back. So just kind of a bonus interesting thing that works in Windows 10 as we're looking at customizing displays.